Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to everybody's favorite planet. Apparently it's even more zombie infested than it used to be. This is just gonna be one whole entire goddamn nightmare. I guess let's get to it. We still can't go the other way, right? So all we gotta do is go find ourselves an Astrium, which I don't even really know what that is, but I assume we'll know it when we see it. Hey, stop. Damn it. The lightsaber's just like a little bit too short. I need it to be slightly longer. You know what? Take this. Well, that was a promising start. Listen, I haven't played the game in a couple of days. I'm shaking off the rust a little bit. It's not a big deal. Alright, I don't know where we're going. We're going back to the temple, right? I would think. Oh, jeez. Oh, geez, zombies everywhere. Here's what I think about this. Wow. That's interesting. I don't think I realized before that a force push just breaks them apart. That's pretty useful. Hey, what's the best way to get to the temple from here? Okay, that's interesting. There is a place we haven't gone before down there. We are definitely supposed to go to the temple, but like, look at all this. Look at all the secrets, guys. How would I even... Would go up and left and drop? You know what? We're doing it. It could be extra life bar size. You know how I feel about that. Oh good, it's every spider. You know, actually, this sucks though. Alright, I'm fine with fighting them all. I just don't want to do it in that narrow doorway. Then again, maybe fighting them all sucks too, just like anywhere.
Hey, BD.
Ooh, can I force pull them to death? Yes. That helps. That makes it easier. Oh my god, BD, help! Help your brother out! No! It's weird how much damage you take from pools of acid that are somehow not even strong enough to melt your boots. I'm just saying, like, if my boots are still intact, you would think I would be fine. Okay, let's try that again, this time less embarrassing. Should I stop the recording and start over so I don't have to show that to people? No, it's all part of the journey. Alright, here we go. We're going to make use of the thing we now know about the zombies. I wish I'd known that earlier. Does it work with the quick push? No. Yes, you have to do the big push to get it. But that's pretty cool, actually. Alright, so now we're going to get up here, and I don't have any force to use on this big group of zombies. Cal, do you want to maybe help me out here a little bit? Thank you. That's okay. I don't need the force because I have lightsabers, which are the force.
Hey, BD.
It's a solid start, is what it is. I mean, you know what's happening here. We got a wrong SB problem. It looks like. Okay, I really do have to get through this spider hallway, though. Right? There's no way to just go around this. No, not really. I like BD. I think what just happened there was BD was trying to warn me that we should pay attention to the enemies. That's very useful. You guys laughed. You guys laughed when I took the saber throw. Fools, this is what you should be laughing at. Look at how he can't stay on the platform at all. Yeah, we got... Okay, I am one with the Force. And the Force is with me. I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I am one with the Force. Give me my Force! Yeah, now I'm one with the Force. The Force is with your ass. Look at that. That was beautiful. Ow. Stop doing that. Okay. Winner. Cal Kestis. Perpetual winner. Let's run fast before anything else catches up with us. Alright, we are definitely resetting our start position here. Take this! Wow, break stuff off the walls too? Man. It's true what they say. The Force is a powerful ally. Alright, I'm gonna get up and immediately kill those two zombies again. This time without using Force Push, because I'm maintaining my Force levels. Ah! Okay, that's an acceptable amount of damage. The fact that they're here means that the stair ambush isn't here, which I like a lot, and that means that I am, relative to the thing I wanted to drop down, I'm not by it, is where I'm not. Wanted to go back and... Oh, yes! The door. Right. That door that, finally opened. This way, and then drop down. I'm hearing lots of noises. I'm refusing to turn around and look at what they might be, because I'm afraid I will be sad if I do so. Was the lightsaber throw worth all of the skill points that we spent on it? Probably not. Like, in terms of raw mechanical effectiveness, a lot of the time you can accomplish the same thing with a force pull. But it does make me feel cool every time I do it. It reminds me of Super Return of the Jedi. Or maybe that was Super Empire Strikes Back. Either way, good feelings. Good feelings from the past. Can I use this to go down? Yes, okay. Because I know the game's not going to let me just drop all that way. So wait, where exactly am I? Right, I can't look at the map while hanging. It's all the way at the bottom. This is probably going to end up being like just a force echo. So really what we should do is spiral around the wooden platforms here, and then there's another rope. Did BD turn up the music while I was away? Is that what happened here? Is that my path there? Oh, God! Oh, there's two of them.
Gotta be careful.
Yep, I gotta be careful. It's good advice. Haha! Oh, wow, he takes a ton of damage when you do that. Yeah, I don't feel great, if I'm being honest.
Catch Jedi.
I don't want to catch. Oh my God, we're totally going to beat one. Oh God. Dodge. Do it. Shoot me. No, don't throw grenades. Look, what? Camera. Yeah, we got hardcore screwed by the lock-on system there.
He's moving.
No. Oh, come on. Yeah, the dude charging behind me in the lock-on system deciding that enemy no longer existed prevented me from killing him, which we trivially should have done there. The lock-on system in this game is just hot garbage. I mean, hard lock-on systems should not exist when you are playing with a mouse and keyboard, and you know what? I know there have been some people being like, well, it's your fault for not playing with a controller. I've played the Batman Arkham games with both controller and mouse and keyboard. Mouse and keyboard's the better control scheme. It's just superior. As it is for all games. What am I, 6 years old? Obviously, I veered into parody territory at the end there, but I really do think that mouse and... Jesus Christ, Cal! What just happened? I really do think mouse and keyboard is a better way to play third-person action game. Any game where you need to be able to move the camera around, a mouse is just like a better interface tool. Really, the only time I think you should play a game with a controller is when analog movement is important, and there are games where that's the case. But I think most games play better with a mouse, because a mouse is just like it's a higher fidelity, more precise, faster method of doing stuff. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I hope those guys are down there again, because we can totally win that. And I'm super frustrated that I got robbed of a bounty hunter victory by the damn camera. Because let me tell you something, I was turning... Cal? Okay, that's fine. That works just fine. I was turning the camera as hard as I possibly could. Is this... Thought I heard footsteps. Okay, well... Is that not the place? No, that's totally not the place. The place is down here. Yeah? Wait, where? There's not an opening. Huh. Now it's just gone? It turns out there wasn't anything down here at all. I was just lied to. Neat. I guess, you know, maybe it was just this ramp here. I had never actually been up on that platform, so it didn't map it. But yeah, I was kind of lied to. There was nothing over there, and that was a platform I had certainly seen before. I was gently sort of lied to, kind of. You know, BD-8, he's a trickster. He's known as the last of the great trickster Jedi. Okay, so we have another detour or two that we could take, but given how not very fruitful this one was, I'm thinking maybe we don't bother. That is a little bit crummy, that was marked as a route on our map, when it is literally just a platform. A platform in a room that we were already in. Okay, can we maybe speed this up? There we go. Like I said, I'm sure they're hiding loads behind those, because otherwise why would they be so frequent and also sometimes very long? Okay. So this is the way actually forward. There's another thing down there that we cannot access using this lift, apparently. But we could just drop down to if we wanted. And then up here, this is something that I just completely didn't even notice. Oh, because this is the room with the cursed floor, wasn't it? So I was just trying to get through. Yeah, alright, well. Let's see about dropping down onto that one in a moment here. Oh, look at the dodges. And then we kick a zombie. The kick is always wrong. It would always be better to just dodge and then hit them with your lightsaber. Alright, maybe I can't just drop down there. From here, though, maybe? Do we have any... Hold on. Do I get something here? No, okay. I thought we had already done this, but just in case. A couple of times, the lightsaber customization tables have had upgrades at them that they didn't tell you were going to be upgrades. Okay. So here. This is where I want to be. Yeah, drop down here, and there's a thing right there. Okay. Wait, really? Come on. Come on. The ground's right there, though? How would I... Okay, how would I do this otherwise? I'd have to go all the way back there, and... Okay, well, then we're not doing it, is what's happening. I guess I could take the slide. The slide up ahead looks like it wouldn't be too roundabout of a way. Oh, wait, sorry, this is... Okay, the slide comes off of here somewhere, right? Does the slide drop down from here? Yeah. So it's the wrong way, but also, you know, yellow stuff, it's on the map. It's on the map. It's almost like they forced me. Almost. Kinda. Cal Kestis. You correct my jumps when I do a bad job. Come on, man. Be a team player. That time I didn't even... Honestly, the double jump might just be causing me to lose forward momentum. Okay. So from here, it's... Climb this. Take the rope. Wait. Yeah, it's way up there. Okay. Just keep going up for a long time until you can't go up anymore. Would have been cool to get this the first time we were here so I didn't have to come back. But listen, competence, etc. You know what it is. So go up there and then cross the viney thing. Yep. Okay. I am not going to meditate. Because frankly, I don't want to be stuck down here. We're going to try this, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to not get whatever this is.
Pick me up.
I'm choosing to be fine with that. It may sound like I'm not fine with it in my voice. But you're just going to have to believe me. I'm so fine with it. I've never been more fine with it. Okay. This is going to take me approximately where I want to go. Maybe. Yeah. So we come off of here, we go over there, and then there's... Oh, Night Brothers.
I slay them easily.
Okay. Wait, where's the thing? It's to my left. It's right there. It's possible that I did not have climbing equipment last time I was here. Wait, is this just unlocking the shortcut? It is absolutely just unlocking the shortcut back to... Okay, well, you know, now we have it and we know. It didn't even unlock a shortcut. It's just a one-way platform that all it does is go back to the place I was already at. Well, we're filling in the map, you know? These things happen. Sometimes you attempt to do a thing, and you instead get horribly embarrassed. That's just life. That's what the Force is really trying to teach us. Okay. Floor here was cursed. It seems okay now. Yeah, I like to think that I would have noticed and explored this if I had been able to walk on the floor in this area. We've defeated the ancient curse of spooky floor. Oh, that's a Nidak. Did you see him change direction in the air like that? He also must have the Force. Ah. Nope. Then we don't get hit by this part, and then I chop him. Boy, he does not really give you a lot of windows. Debating whether I should just do the stim now. You know what? I'm gonna spend a bunch of force getting some free hits, and then we're gonna do the stim. Ow! Maybe we'll just do it now. That's fine. Ooh, okay. Overcommitted slightly.
Hey, bud. Stim.
I don't need to be like a hero here. I have tons of stims. We're just gonna be safe. Be smart. Ah! See, so most of the time when you dodge, you can come out of it with that big swing. Ooh, jeez, he he apparently has multiple unblockable leaping attacks. It's weird.
Stim.
Alright, brute force. As strategies go, pretty solid. Yes, I defeated the Nidak Alpha with all of my skill and cunning. And robot. Really, the core of what happened here was I had more robot than he did. Okay. Oh good, a cosmetic. We did it. We did it, BD.
You jump in there. What you got there?
Hold on, has he earned a sick new skin? Wait, does this skin suck? It kind of sucks. Stick with the old one. I guess the real prize there was the XP, and it was a fair amount, but also BD deserves a reward, you know, and he doesn't really benefit. Oh god. Yeah. Spider problems. And they're smart enough not to kill the spider. God, I want to kill it so badly. I'm having a real hard time hitting it while also keeping myself safe. I'm trying so hard.
Right here, BD.
Alright, some real, like, Keystone Cop shit happening right now. Oh, God. It's 200 zombies. How many zombies is too many? It turns out this many. That was supposed to be a big force push, and Cal just didn't do it. Like, I held the button down. I don't know how to hold it any more than that. Tap to do one thing, hold to do a different thing is terrible input design. That's very much some, like, controller input design. Well, we can't give them more than 4 buttons. Just, like, give me a modifier key. Little force power, and then you hold control and do the thing to do big force power. Get off the ledge. She did not, in fact, get off the ledge. Disobedient zombies. It's the worst kind. Alright, let's go back over there. Honestly, even something as simple as just like double tap for the big version of the force power would be way better than tap versus hold. The problem with tap versus hold is that it's a real, it's not clearly defined. I have definitely already had it be the case in the game that I did the big force power because I tapped slightly too deeply when I was trying to just do a tap. Also, I have skill points. I should spend those. So we got some bounty hunter up here. All right. I do better when the robot's not right on top of me at the beginning. His name is Murdy. Murdy the murder bot. Okay, that's a problem. Look at this Boba Fett ass. All right. Oh god. He's got a laser sight on his gun, which for some reason makes it way more intimidating, despite the fact that it's definitely just the same gun as the rest of them have.
Oh, you're...
Oh god, flamethrower! This is a different class of bounty hunter.
Forward with you.
Ow, I got shot with a rocket. It feels like poor sportsmanship.
Homie, here.
You know what I should have done? If I was smart, I would have force slowed him.
You are tough.
I might be off the arena. Here we go. I would have force slowed him and then done that stim. Just, Jesus. Camera, help. Camera. I think part of the problem the lock-on system has might be that it, the lock-on system semi-frequently thinks enemies have disappeared permanently.
He's bleeding.
Flamethrower guy.
Like this.
This robot is mine. No! I dodged less far because I was going uphill. I got, like, stuck on the stairs. Oh, that's frustrating. We had him. And I don't know for sure that I would have been able to beat the other guy one-on-one because he has a flamethrower and the force doesn't work on fire. But we at least had a chance there. We keep getting so close to actually beating one of the bounty hunter teams. Oh, good. You guys again. Alright, that time we got the force push we were looking for. Ooh. Cal, I feel like you should be aiming for the enemies. I don't want to tell you how to do your job, Cal. I don't want to break up your rhythm or anything. But maybe, when you do a lightsaber strike, aim for the people you're fighting. I didn't spend my skill points again, because I was too upset about the bounty hunter. Whatever, that's fine. I don't need skill points. I don't need to know how to do stuff. We will act the way all the Jedis of the past have acted, all of our forefathers. And simply brute force everything with a lightsaber and also pushing. Also lots of pushing. And that's, like, very conspicuous over there. Is that where this path ends? No, this path, like, wraps around all funny. Maybe that's where that path ends. Like, spirals around. I certainly don't see a way that I can just jump over there. I think that's way too far. Okay, we got this. We got this. It's gonna be easy. I have all of my stuff here. Alright, spider down. Other spider down. Cool. Oh, and I found a spot where only one of them can shoot at me.
Kill this trespasser.
I am absolutely gonna just cheese this one dude. Can I force pull him? No, I cannot. I was for a moment there I thought it was working because I pressed the force pull button and he stepped forward at exactly that moment. Come on, you know that's not gonna work. You gotta do the fast one. Oh, or you could just come over here. That'll work. That'll definitely get me. Oh, you coward! You get the force pull for cowardice. As a punishment for cowardice. Ow. Okay, there we go. That was a little harder than I anticipated due to me being shot while I was doing it.
Brothers, end this. It's mine.
Ow, too early.
Hit me.
There we go. That was embarrassing, but we got it done. So... Just making sure we're not missing any extra paths within the extra paths here. You know, sometimes the secrets are, like, pretty secret, actually. Okay, we did it. Now, to get a paint job for the Mantis that we'll never see or want to use. Outfit material. Ooh, is Cal Kestis an outlaw? Is this different from what we're... Yo, what is the difference between these things? Are the seams slightly darker? What on... Alright, we'll use the new one. What on earth? Okay, and then this wraps around back onto the main platform? Or... Where the hell am I? Am I just below the main platform? No, this is something else entirely. Is this the way you have to get into the temple? I didn't try going in through the front. It's possible that you can't do that anymore. You have to find an alternate path. Although, now that we're up here... Oh, I see. Oh, hey! Well, that's useful. I thought 7 was plenty for anyone, but it turns out I'm so bad I could use an 8th.
Have I mentioned to you how awesome this is? Because you're pretty great.
Finally, Cal and I agree on something. Alright, super worth all the trouble. Let's go ahead and set ourselves down here. Honestly, this might trigger the next scene, because it might just like make us confront the dark side again here. Nope, okay, totally normal meditation thingy. Show me my skill points. What do I do with my skill points? We were thinking about picking up this this lightsaber throw thing, right? Hey, remember the overhead? I've not done the overhead in 12 episodes, easy. I totally forgot it's a thing. Also, the force chargey attack thing, where you hold F. We just really haven't needed them. So just making sure we're not missing any stuff that was not obviously a path to me before, but is obviously now. Nope, it all looks pretty normal. I guess let's go through the big scary door. Oh, by the way, noticing the frame rate and the jerkiness here, I did get that new processor. Hold on, we'll in a second here.
Master.
You were wrong to return here unarmed.
Not unarmed.
You think that lightsaber proves you a Jedi?
No. Facing you. Memories that have haunted me since Braca. I won't run from them anymore.
Then let us see what manner of death your courage brings.
It really feels like the solution to this should be to refuse to fight him. I still think that.
You lost your lightsaber.
Oh, I'm out of force. My force meter is invisible, but it does still exist. That's some real clumsy lightsaber swinging there, Master T'Pol. What are you... Are you a crash test dummy? What's going on here? Alright.
Impressive.
I'm mashing so hard.
Power, the answer.
No, obviously not. Feel like it shouldn't have given me a huge prompt there. Should have let me figure that out, but alright.
Master, I will never forget. The loss has become a part of me. I will honor your teaching and your sacrifice.
Remember, persistence reveals the path.
Alright, so we got there. Not fighting. Refusing to fight is obviously the correct thematic choice. But that's a really clumsily implemented version of it, where you can only get to the ability to refuse to fight by trying clumsily to fight when you know you can't possibly do it, and doing it would be wrong in the first place. And then you don't even get to, go, okay, well, this is the moment when I should put my lightsaber away. The game just slams a huge prompt on the screen and is like, press F to succeed. You know, I'm not... Nope. He's not force pullable, because I do not have any force. You know, if you guys would stop running at me, you wouldn't need to avenge so many people. I am 100% content with not murdering you. It would be fine. Okay. So there's this place that's obviously a place we need to go. Can I swing across? Because there's a climbable over here. I don't know. Maybe that's not a place we need to go. Maybe that's just a ledge for that man to stand on. I mean, there's like a whole platform back there. Oh, hey, look, it's the fourth one of these maces we've gotten an echo off
We
of.
shouldn't be here. This place is cursed.
Don't be scared. Remember, we have a deal. You promised to teach me your magics.
I wouldn't work with that dude just because he's always saying magics. And, like, we have subtitles and everything, but also you can hear the K in the way he pronounces it. Be like, dude, you need to go back to the Ren Fair?
Fallen sisters. This man has promised to grant us our vengeance, but only if I teach him our magic. Forgive me. I must ally with Malicos.
It says magic in her subtitles with a K, but I don't hear it the same way. So, let's see. That looks sort of like a thing we could hang off of, but, like, to what end? Game thinks we should just go forward? That doesn't feel right. I guess this area was just for a couple of echoes? I don't know, man. Something about this... My I've played too many video games sense is tingling. But alright, we'll move on. It's only so long that people can watch me flip around in a small room, accomplishing nothing. I'm hoping thousands of hours, but you know, you guys tell me.
You chose to return. Brave, but not wise.
Maybe. Marin, right? I'm Cal Kestis. What you were told about the Jedi was not true.
So you say. Cal. Malicos said many things too.
Terran Malicos might have been part of my order, but what he is now, I have no idea. All I do know is having a lightsaber isn't what makes you a Jedi.
Then what does?
We were peacekeepers. We were betrayed by those we protected. Hunted down by the Empire. I might be one of the last of my kind.
Also, you gotta have a little robot buddy.
I was only a child when they attacked. An armored warrior brandishing this descended upon us and cut down my people, my sisters, until I was left alone with the dead. Then Malicos came and promised me revenge if I shared our secrets with him in return.
I know what it's like to lose everything. And Malicos was wrong to use that against you. We don't have to be enemies.
We will need this.
There she goes again.
I'll be watching.
Let's get out of here.
Malicos
When she
lies
said,
ahead.
"You will need this,"
You could
she was
find
talking
out.
about the teleport
I
power.
can't. Lives are at stake.
Whose lives?
Innocents. 4 sensitive children who will be hunted down and murdered.
As we were.
Is this a good time for this, BD?
My
We're
friend,
kind of busy.
I have never been one to shy away from the pursuit of knowledge.
So yeah, I did buy a new processor, and it finally arrived. But unfortunately, the motherboard that I ordered at the same time is on back order. So no idea when that'll show up, and I definitely won't have it in time for the ending, which I suspect is going to be real soon here.
Something terrible happened here. A massacre. They killed their own kind for promises of power.
Big fan, though. I loved your scene in Independence Day. So, I mean, that guy looks like just a Zabrak, but the way he's positioned certainly suggests that he is more important. Oh, wait, is that Malicos? No, it's not a Zabrak. He doesn't have face spikes, so yeah.
Now, Kestis,
Malicos.
welcome home. Here to begin your training. What in these ruins tempts you so much to risk death?
I could ask you the same thing.
There is power there, beyond Jedi understanding. Power I control. I would offer you the same thing.
Don't you understand? I'm not interested in power. I want to restore the Order.
Restore the Jedi Order. Oh, you poor fool.
Those guys
It's
were a bunch of
over.
dicks.
Jedi fell long before the Purge. We were stifled by tradition. Deafened by our past glories. Blinded by endless war.
Maybe. But it's never over, Malicos. We stand here now, the chance to learn, to rebuild from our mistakes.
Jedi learn. There's no future for them. Why can you not see that? It's time for something new. You and me. We could build something different. Something better.
No.
And Dathomir will be your grave.
I don't know, that sounds like a good arrangement. A master and an apprentice using the Force to do stuff, to acquire power and conquer people. Maybe there could be some choking people or shooting lightning at them.
Try that again.
It's something so new and different. Oh, he blocked my force slow. I had a whole plan there. That was a single dodge kind of situation for sure. Ah! I don't know his attack patterns yet. I thought I had an opening. Can I do any force stuff to him? No, he just blocks everything. Okay. Also, his attack animations are so much faster than mine.
Dodging won't save you.
Okay, this might be the wrong form of the lightsaber.
I've survived worse.
That was pretty good, I thought. Solid kick there, Cal.
Shall not hit me.
I mean, this is going okay, I think.
Stim.
No, wait, here we go. Hit the right button the first time.
Oh, you're a quick one.
Yeah, man. His, that was weird. We got some kind of notification there? Like the one that comes up when you gain a skill point? I assume I did not gain a skill point for losing that battle. Yeah, I think that if the break in his armor always lets you get the same number of hits, we're going to do way more damage with the single lightsaber strike.
Must defeat him.
Okay. Gonna make me shimmy through this passage every time I lose to Terran Malicos. It feels like the restart on this could just be on the other side of this wall, given that there's only a tiny little fight before this where it's very unlikely you're not gonna take any damage. There is some stuff up there. That's interesting. We're gonna kick Terran Malicos' ass first, though.
Fight me. Not too slow for me. Dodging won't save you.
I don't know. It's working okay.
Try that again.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if we're dealing more damage or not. I do feel like I'm still kind of unpracticed and mashy with the double lightsaber. We spent more time with this thing. Oh, that seems bad. I don't want it. It was just a taunt, I guess? It was a cool taunt. You should teach me how to do that. Yeah, I definitely feel like I have a better control of our strike timing. Like, I can walk in and attack and get back out much more reliably. Aw, come on. He keeps saying dodging won't save you on that attack, and part of me is like, oh, they're telling me that that attack's undodgeable. But we know that's not true. We've already dodged it a bunch of times. This is a weird thing. Oh, this is a neat attack. Boomerang saber.
Kill me if you dare.
Ow.
Hey, Speedy.
Damn it, stop.
Here, buddy.
Stop doing stuff. I need to stim. Well, that was a new attack. That's a thing we haven't seen him do before. I wish I could do that. Just grab chunks of the ground and hurl them at people like Jesse Faden. Make my force push even more useful than it already is. I guess the idea is that Terran Malicos is supposed to be like a pretty powerful Jedi then? Or maybe they're not trying to say anything with the mechanics of the game, but that would seem to be like a real missed opportunity design-wise.
A weak blow.
Okay. I guess we don't even really have to fight that guy. I could just run away from him. It's not like he's going to come down here and chase me through the gap. Although he could shoot me several times while I'm in the gap, I suppose. I don't expect he would, but he could, though. So yeah, that doesn't look interactable in any way, but that sort of looks like a platform that's meant to have you on it.
Strike me down.
Okay, throwing the lightsaber does not accomplish much.
Oh, you're a quick one.
Ow.
I'm
We
too
can
quick
afford
for
to
you.
we can afford to get a little loose here. Because as soon as we touch him, we're gonna go back to full health. We can sometimes get, yeah, like that. Sometimes get a free little hit in at the beginning of one of his animations.
Come, kill me if you dare.
I do in fact dare. It's weird. On that attack where he brings in both of the sabers from one side and then from the other side, I feel like I dodge the first one okay, and then I keep pressing dodge, and Cal just doesn't want to move anymore.
Totally useless.
Like he gets totally jailed by it. Ah.
You're too slow for me.
Yeah, see, dodging totally works.
Come on. Oh, you're a quick
Gotta
one.
do some stamina damage here. Oh god, I can't believe I made it out of that.
Strike me down.
See, like, they know single tap versus double tap is a good differentiation scheme, because it's what you use for the dodges. And I do not really have a problem with getting the wrong dodge, doing one of them when I mean to do the other. Ah. There's a frustrating amount of delay between the attacks in that string.
Only cowards run.
Ow.
Hey, buddy.
You will not beat me.
Damn it, that was really a lot of
Here,
damage.
BD.
Boy, if you have not been fairly diligent about searching for your life bar upgrades, that big overhead flip thing he does could totally kill you in one hit. Okay, so he's starting to...
Toss me one, BD.
I bet I could force push that back at him, actually. Yeah, he's starting to just...
Hey, Bob. Stim.
At the end of his combos, in places where he used to have windows, he's starting to just do more attacks, which is kind of like a not very interesting way of adding difficulty.
Oh, you're a quick one.
Like, there's nothing you can do to counter that. It's just like the thing that used to be safe isn't safe anymore, and you can only find that out by attacking into it and getting hit. Keep him from regenerating much stamina here. Yep, so like that's a great example. Yep, then he's just gonna do it again. Okay, hack him up, get him to jump back, and then stim. I mean, we're definitely not gonna make it, right? I've used the vast majority of my resources already, and we're just barely at half health, and he's gonna change again, right? There's no way there's one phase change at like 80% where he gains additional attacks. And he doesn't even reliably do the additional attacks.
Only cowards run.
That's annoying. Okay, that's good. That's something.
I was wrong to think you could stand with me. Die, Wolf!
You have no right to Dathomir. No right to our magic. Get up, Cal Kestis. You're not dead yet.
You want to maybe provide some material support here? Oh god. Cal, when I press dodge, man. He's just like, he extremely is not doing stuff anymore, and the... Ah! I saw that attack coming. I pressed the dodge button. I swear to you. Listen, I don't want to blow anybody's mind here. I got a real hot take of the century coming up. Lightsaber fighting looks cool. Does anybody else notice how sometimes when they fight with the laser swords, it looks real neat? I can see how you might miss that if you're like an unobservant viewer of film and visual media. But one thing I noticed that I thought I would share with everyone is that the lightsaber fighting looks really cool. Getting a little bit of force back by doing this, right? Yeah, a little bit. So I guess it's worth doing. Alternatively, I could not use the force on those first guys and then just have the bar full. But how is that? When does that get fun? What am I supposed to, like, have a fair fight with them? You see how that kind of nonsense goes.
Come on! Oh, you're a quick one.
Yeah, see, like... Again, some of the problem I'm having here is things just not being consistent. With that, the attack where he sometimes shouts at you about dodging being useless. Sometimes he's right, but not always. Sometimes it is totally dodgeable. Sometimes you try to dodge and he just cuts your ass in half. Or at least he would if lightsabers were actually lightsabers, instead of just swords that they rub some glowy material on.
Right here,
Yeah, I
buddy.
may as well.
Dodging won't save you. Right,
So that right there, that's the outcome we're always looking for. Dodge just far enough back and then get the post-roll strike, which is way better than the kick. I can't believe it let me go on that one. I definitely was still inside the arc of the lightsaber. Solid kick. I mean, I got some health damage out of it, I guess. This is definitely going better. Hey, stop it.
I'm too quick for you.
Yeah, when are you gonna start showing that off? Yeah, see there, it totally worked. It was... Apparently we moved into Phase 2, so it wasn't quite the outcome I wanted, but I should really try pushing that. Yeah, and so you can't... It just... Once he starts doing the second version of the attack, all it means is that you can never go in after the spin attack, because you... By the time you could tell that he's going to do something else, it's already too late.
Totally.
So you just have to treat it as though he is always going to do the full version. And the only reason he ever does the short version is so that you will, in your head, go, oh, you know, this might be the short one, I'm just going to go in right now. Like a big idiot. Ah.
Need an assist.
It's bad time. It's bad time for that.
Oh, you're quick enough.
Yeah.
Good.
Also, even the game doesn't like the lock-on nonsense. If you die while locked on, it just, like, tries to shudder itself to pieces. If Cal's targeting was just a little bit stickier, I would simply never turn on the lock-on. But unfortunately, in these big one-on-one fights, you can't really move in other directions without Cal deciding that he's no longer interested in the enemy, unless you keep it on. Okay. It really is crazy to me that they thought this was a reasonable design for, like, they have to know you're going to die during this fight, right? The fight is designed in such a way, like, specifically with the mechanics where he just starts adding stuff to the end of his strings. The fight is designed in such a way that you will die during it. Why not just put the checkpoint in this room? There's no... Nothing is gained by making you run through a small number of irrelevant enemies. Yeah. It's all just noise. Why am I just... Apparently.
Good for nothing.
I think Cal was just not
I won't let you strike.
dodging because I didn't have the camera locked. Like he was dodging, but he was just executing rolls in place. That was really strange. We took a lot of damage there that should not have been taken because he was just not executing the rolls in the directions I was pressing. I've been having a really good time with this game. I think it's really good, but there are some technical issues that are very bad, like the game is not finished bad, and it would be a real shame if that stuff cropping up now managed to spoil what is possibly the... I mean, this isn't the ending, right? This is a penultimate chapter, because the ending is going to be us dealing with the sisters. There we go. The sister that we fought on Kashyyyk is not dead, because we didn't see a corpse. We killed the holy hell out of her, but she fell off a thing afterward, which means she's alive. And then we probably have to fight, Talia again as well. But this time, like, the real fight. But even so, a big important fight near the end being spoiled still has some...
Dodging won't save.
It's not going to ruin the experience or anything. It's not like I'm going to remember it as a bad game because the thing didn't work, but it's a little annoying. So yeah, the pause attack pulls so much stamina off his bar. I'm going to have to try to work that in more reliably.
You are not powerful enough.
It'd be really cool if then I face tanked the lightsaber strike wasn't really an option. Combat would feel a lot better. Yeah, that's the way to do that. Look at how much more effective that is. So go in and do this. Oh.
Won't save you.
I hesitated a little too long there. There we go. Yeah, it's like 40% of his stamina bar. Anything that speeds up this early phase is good because it gives me fewer chances to screw up. That's a cool attack.
You're wretched.
I should try pulling on his lightsaber while it's in the air. I mean, I'm sure they won't just let me get it away from him, but it could have some effect, right?
Lucky hit. Oh, you're a quick one.
Ow.
Totally useless.
You know how I know I'm not lucky? I'm still here in this room with you, dude. Ah, come on. Annoying.
Strike me down.
There's no indication of when we've changed phase into the sometimes I attack more thing. I just gotta, like, remember where in his health bar that is.
Shall not hit me.
Oh, I didn't quite do it right.
Strike true or perish.
Yeah, I was wondering if I could just go under it there.
Come on. Only cowards run.
You can still get the one shot off. Interesting. If you break his rhythm, he just pulls the saber down immediately, huh? Actually, what am I doing? I need to heal.
Hey, buddy.
Nope, no, no. There's no way to abort once you've pressed the button.
Little help, BD.
My mind is sharp.
Ah!
Toss me one, BD.
I got really screwed there by the kick.
Only cowards run. Strike me down.
Yeah, I'm giving him breaks to recover stamina here. Yeah, so the double dodge has to be timed pretty carefully, otherwise you leave yourself open, but the single dodge literally just doesn't work on some of his attacks. Like the spins and whatnot. We've been hit already several times mid-dodge. Although, again, not consistently. A couple of times while doing a dodge where his lightsaber did clearly make contact with us, we have not been hit. Come on, dude. All that unblockable attack does is slow down the fight. We could probably just force pull that guy down too, I guess. I don't really want to, though. I force pull the other dudes because they're annoying, not because I like spending the force.
Good for nothing, Jedi. My mind is sharp. Only cowards run.
And honestly, I'm not sure that single dodging is even more useful in the sense of like
Lucky hit.
not sticking you in place for as long, because Cal definitely doesn't want to do stuff for a second after you do a single dodge either.
I need help, bud.
Totally useless.
I wonder if the idea of stuff like making you run through an extra room and press through it, like just adding 20 seconds to the run back for no reason, is to prevent you from like, not prevent, but to make it like less attractive to quit the fight if you screw up early. Because getting back into the fight, they make getting back into the fight an unpleasant pain in the ass, so that you will try to stick out your attempts a little bit more. I'm racking my brain trying to think of reasons why anyone would think that was a good design. And I know the actual answer is Dark Souls did it like that sometimes, and people are insane for Dark Souls. Unfortunately, don't really understand what things they liked about it and what things they don't, so sometimes they just ape everything it does. But it's bad, man.
Strike through or perish.
Yeah, I'm trying to do more single dodges in the little combos to try to change up my my timing, because obviously the timings I'm using now are having some problems. Okay, wow, the third strike in that string guarantees the fourth one, huh? That's unfortunate, because the third one does a lot of damage. You would like to be able to heal after that. I don't want to get into a whole thing about Dark Souls, mostly because I don't want to read the comments that getting into a thing about Dark Souls will will create. But man, there's some stuff in Dark Souls that really sucks. Like there are parts of that game's design that are absolute garbage, and altogether, the game creates an experience that a lot of people found compelling. But people who are like, yeah, I liked Dark Souls, then go on to develop games that have the parts of Dark Souls that are not compelling in them either, because like the process of analyzing what it is exactly about a piece of media gives you the experience that you liked. It turns out to actually be a fairly difficult skill and something you can be really bad at. It's something a lot of people are really bad at. So it was really, really common, I don't know, like 5 years ago. It's less of a thing now. But you get these like weird cargo cult imitations of Dark Souls that are like just terrible to play. And you find yourself thinking, why? Why would they design it like this? I think people have been a little bit more thoughtful lately, but like I'm saying, I think there are some parts of this experience that are still definitely like, well, it was like this in Dark Souls, so this is how it's going to be here. Yeah, see, okay, there's an interesting timing thing there. You can sort of double backstep without triggering the roll if you just slow it down a little bit. And again, the fact that I'm able to consistently do that is another good example of how double press versus single press is way better for differentiation than hold versus tap. But I think that might be a good way to deal with some of these longer strike strings where a missed roll, a slightly mistimed roll is so bad for you. Because the timing on this is like pretty. You can actually. Okay, I should definitely have been hit there. I appreciate that I wasn't.
Come on!
I think it's kind of funny that he does this little dodge stance thing, where the correct this little dodge taunt you to come in thing, where the correct thing to do objectively is to go in and attack him. You would think that that would be like a trap, but no, it's just he really thinks that this is when you should hit him.
I won't let you strike me down.
I need a stim, BD.
Okay, we should. Come on, dude.
Need an assist. BD, stim.
I can't believe I got away with that. Here comes the spin, and then we got him. Oh, just a little bit too little. Okay. I think one more stamina break, and we'll be at the phase change, the big phase change.
You are not powerful enough.
I wasn't quite running enough to get the big swing.
Only cowards run.
Yeah, so see right there, I was trying to backdash again. It's like, there's a moment in the back dodge animation where you can initiate another back dodge. And you can't do it earlier than that because you're still dodging, and if you wait a couple frames longer, you also can't do it. It's not like the backdash is over, there's just a weird window in the middle of it where you can dodge again.
They felt that.
I got caught there because I went for a second swing. I think there's a good chance that if I had just done the one swing and then stepped back, I would have been okay.
Cowards run.
Ow. That's probably a good single dodge kind of thing there. Oh hey, nice of you to show up. Interesting that that I guess we must have changed phase earlier. Ow. You saw me try to do a force push on the rock there, it did not work. But I guess I'm not confident that that means it doesn't actually work, because we sometimes have that problem with the missiles too, right?
Quick one.
Okay, dude, come on.
Stim.
Good Jedi.
Suppose I could be parrying him more. I get so used to dodging because the dodge is like very ingrained in me for some reason as the right move. And once you start learning the dodge timings, like why start parrying when you could just dodge? Okay, single dodge. Single dodge is on that. He's actually really vulnerable to good blocking, it turns out. I've been making this fight way harder on myself than I needed to be. Well, it wouldn't be me doing it if I wasn't, right? Ooh, okay. You cannot in fact single dodge that attack. It looks like maybe you can because it's a big strike, but he has considerable tracking during that. Dude turned in the air. He jumped in like a C shape. All right, let's give this another shot or two. I think I probably started dodging so much because if you dodge everything, then it doesn't matter whether the attacks are red or not. And I mean, you gotta admit, it has been working fairly well. Not to say that I've been getting through areas flawlessly or anything, but I have been getting through areas. That's sort of the real barometer of progress, it turns out, is progress. Also, man, she does not really help you during her helping you phase. She shows up once every 40 seconds to shoot an attack behind him without actually doing anything. His jumping attacks home. Her projectiles extremely do not. Also, that thing right there, which we just saw, it hasn't been a big problem for us basically since the first time we ran into the 2-weapon Purge Trooper, but it is crazy that they went with a design for the, this guy has your force look that makes it impossible to tell if an attack is unblockable. Like, we knew that attack was red because we've been hit and nearly hit by it a bunch of times, but it was not. It was completely imperceptible.
I won't let you strike me down.
Yeah, here's another problem. There's wind up on the block animation that doesn't exist on the dodge.
Hit me.
Apparently, because I got hit by a thing there trying to dodge an attack that I know for a fact you can, or trying to block an attack I know you can dodge, because we keep dodging it most of the time. Alright, buddy.
Thwarted my attack. You will not beat me.
Aha, that's the way to do that.
Oh, you're a quick one.
That might be single dodgeable. And I feel like every time I say that, it turns out stuff isn't, so maybe we shouldn't try it. I wonder, if you hit that dodge and then you attack afterward and you get the kick animation instead of the slash animation, I wonder if it interrupts his strike.
See, Padawan, I have focus.
Yeah, he totally just lets you attack him That's wild. That's wild that the come and get me phase is actually a come and get me. Ah.
Only cowards run.
Okay, here we go.
Help me. Here.
Are we in the... She shows up? Yeah, she should be showing up any moment now.
Let's finish this. Good Jedi.
Nice of her to break him for us.
Up here.
Come on. I think I dodged a little bit too... Like, we were in the dodge animation, but I think I dodged a little bit too late on the second one. And then if you get hit by one, you get hit by the next one too, apparently. I mean, it's not red, so maybe we could just block them. Like, Cal could chop him up with his lightsaber, but I'm not confident enough to try it. If you make it to that phase of the fight, you don't want to be doing anything risky because the getting up to that point is so tedious. It's like, right, that really is the problem with this stuff. It's not that it's long, and it's certainly not that it's difficult, because if it was difficult, it would be fun. It's just tedious. They just added 20 seconds of tedium to getting back to the boss fight. It makes you not want to die, I guess. It's, you know, it's effective in that way. If they want to try to give you some kind of consequences in the game, the only real-world consequence they can impose on you is a loss of your time or boredom, I guess. The two real-world consequences, the loss of time and boredom. And also repetitive stress injuries. The three consequences. There we go. I'm doing such a bad job of remembering to use the pause attack. Yeah, see, when you hit him, he staggers back. I haven't yet managed to actually do that version of it on the part where he adds the extra string to the end of it. But I wonder if you successfully landing a kick cancels the extra string. Because that would be a really good reason to try to actually hit that timing. Maybe the only good reason to try to hit that timing. Really? I didn't get credit for that? There we go.
I've survived worse.
Yes, you can. You can safely get in one strike at the beginning of that.
Come on!
Okay. Okay, I will. Thank you for the advice. Yeah, I don't like the way that you get like jailed and forced into a crouch if you block some of the strikes. It feels like you have a lot less freedom to respond. If you hit a dodge, obviously you can still get hit by stuff, but it feels like when I hit a non-parry block, I get stuck in place for way longer. And obviously, the answer is, well, just parry. Just hit the parry window. But if I'm not confident I'm going to hit the parry window, an evade feels like it gives me way more opportunity to respond than a block does. Even putting aside the fact that you can't run out of evade, but you can run out of block. Alright, let's say 2 more. This is going to be the penultimate attempt here for this video, and if we can't get it, we'll come back and we'll put this dude to bed tomorrow.
Fight me! You lack finesse. Only cowards run.
That was bad. That was a bad dodge. Okay. Yes, he's like right there. That's a great example of how dodging is a better idea than blocking. If you get hit by the second part of that string, and then you try to block the third part, literally nothing happens. You just get hit by the whole third part. But you can evade out. Yeah, I'm not hitting the timing right on this.
Too quick for you.
Oh. There we go, that's what you need. So the ideal way to do it, the way that deals the most stamina damage, seems to be do 2 parts of the normal combo and then do the delay attack. Ah, I missed it.
Dodging won't save you.
Yeah, I keep missing it. Ah, you coward.
Lucky hit.
Who is it that's always talking about how dodging is for cowards? And this dude's doing it, and then I call him a coward. I made my point already, I'm just saying I'm upset. Wow. I was blocking there. I don't know if that was, like, if that was easy to see, but that just hit me through my block. He did not glow red or anything, it's just the block didn't work. That wasn't even like a quick tap parry attempt or anything. I was just like, oh god, please stop touching me, and I held down the block button. Yeah, blocking's for the birds. We're gonna try to work in some artful parries here, but blocking as a strategy is nonsense next to the power of the evade.
He's running away.
You will die, Jedi. You cannot dodge everything.
Yeah, don't I know it. Cal. I think that was a pretty last-second parry on that that second bolt, but apparently Cal Kestis disagrees. Alright, here we go. Last try. But this is going to be the one. Because this is the last try, obviously, this will be the one. That's how the dramatic arc of the episode works. You know, we hit the end of Act 2, right around the time when we first got to Terran Malicos. Wow. The game just gave me a stuck dodge in place there that I did not deserve. Aha! There you go. That's good. That's a good start.
You lack finesse.
Ah. Supposed to do 2 normal strikes. Trying to... Not sure if we're missing enough health to justify... Okay, well now I am.
Stim, please.
Fight me. Only cowards run.
See, that time I remembered. I know it doesn't seem like I'm capable of remembering, but every once in a while.
You will not beat me.
Okay, we need like 2 more breaks, maybe 3 more breaks before we hit 50%. That was wild. I don't think I had to dodge that one at all. He just hard missed with the rock.
See, Padawan,
Too many dodges. It's too many dodges. Oh, you coward.
Only cowards run. Totally useless.
There we go. It's the perfect version of that thing.
Lucky hit.
Okay, she might show up any minute now. I did more damage during that phase than I was expecting.
Dodging won't save you.
I was trying to see if we could sneak a hit in at the end while he's doing the force move. Inspired by all the times that I have been hit that way. Ah, single dodge doesn't work there. I actually managed to trick him into dodging nothing, or blocking nothing there. If I could get that going reliably, that would be pretty useful. Okay, it's enough spinning. It's enough spinning. Man, I wish my force push was as fast as his, or that I could block force the way he can, because that would also be helpful.
I won't let you strike me down.
Where's my assist, anyway? He does kind of seem to be too quick for me. Yeah, I still can't get the timing going on the perfect dodge. Like, not reliably.
Buddy, help!
Dodging won't save you.
Okay, you can single dodge that some of the time.
Stim!
That was pretty cool. The walking forward with the lightsabers trailing in the ground. Maybe there are windows where I can use my force powers on him the way he uses his on me, maybe, but like, there's no way to know. So it doesn't... In a very real sense, it doesn't matter if there are, because there's no way to know that there are. So attempting it will just get your ass kicked over and over again. Ah, man, this is a frustrating fight. There's so much of the frustration I have with the fights in this game comes from how much everything is sometimes. Sometimes this attack has 3 swings, and sometimes it has 5, and sometimes if you try to dodge it, you will, but sometimes you'll get hit, and... I guess it could all be the case that all of the things that sometimes dodge and sometimes don't are like super tight timing windows that I'm just not seeing the difference in. It could be the case that there's a tell in the 3 strikes versus 5 strikes version of the attacks, but like, there's a lot of guesswork, it feels like. You can take the fight really, really slowly and have it take an hour, or you can just have to guess sometimes. I don't know, not super wild about the boss design. But that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time, tomorrow, when presumably we do this eventually. God, I hope so. And we'll see you then.